Sup, bitch. So I'm going to turn the camera back to the computer screen so you can see the drawing. Give me a moment. So, okay, I have yet again designed another Celestials hero, as you can see. This time he is called Frost Knight. So, you can kind of tell what the theme is here already. So, Frost Knight is a water type hero, and you can tell he's kind of like a knight with ice powers. But quickly, let's go over his design first of all. So, here you can clearly see he's wielding some armor, but we'll start out from the bottom. So, he has some regular knight kicks, and then he has some golden accents. Just has pretty basic armor with a belt and again one of those pieces of fabric to cover the crotch area a bit. Then he has some standard pretty light colored like almost platinum armor like a chest plate. Then here you have some shoulder pieces with some golden accents. Then here you sort of have a necklace attached to the armor, and you can tell it's like a water. Wait, if the camera wants to focus at least. It's like a water drop in like icy blue. Then here he has some chainmail and going out from his armor, and you can also tell he has some scars on his arm. Wait, the camera is really blurry for some reason. Then here he has some how do you say it, forearm protection. With some icicles on it actually. And by the way, why is the camera so blurry? I highlighted the... Damn it, wait, hold on. There we go. So I highlighted the... This is starting to get really annoying. Wait, I need to maybe put my finger out of the camera so it focuses on there. Yeah, okay, now you can see it. So I put some white outlines on the ice because you can't see too well with the blue background, as you can tell. But this is supposed to be bluish ice, and then if you look closely, well, I can't point with my finger or the camera will blur, but you can see there is some like almost liquid nitrogen pouring from the ice, and this is a bit of like an aesthetic choice I made. I thought it would be cool if you would like activate his powers, that you would see a bit of like liquid nitrogen flowing everywhere, which would make it look kind of epic. Liquid nitrogen, like the dried ice. And then here he has some really cool like sharp gloves with here some ice. Wait, I need to put my finger off the camera again. With some ice on the fingertips, because he uses his hand for using his ice power, so some ice grew on it. Then here he has another arm plate. And then here he has a really big sword, as you can tell. And he has icy accents here on those pieces, and then on the edges of his sword he also has some ice here. And then you have the helmet with ice horns, and then you have kind of like a Roman style helmet almost. And you can see his face isn't visible because of the covered liquid nitrogen. That you can see is kind of like liquid nitrogen pours out from the helmet, so you know. Okay, so then go to the link in the description to support me on Patreon. And now let's go over to his lore. His lore is pretty basic, really. So basically, Frost Knight is just born... oh, wait, hold on. Frost Knight is just born with these ice powers. He discovers it at a young age that he can like sort of bend ice. He can also use a little bit of water, but mostly ice. And so he just trains and trains, and as he grows older, he gets better with his ice powers, and he starts to learn sword fighting. And then he starts to specialize in sword fighting whilst using his ice powers, and after a while he joins the hero force. and he becomes an important member. And he would even have some interactions with Inferno, if you remember Inferno, because there would probably be like some kind of scene where they would fight together, and he would like freeze all the enemies, and then Inferno would blow them up or something. So this would make for a pretty interesting combo with Inferno. Okay, and so for the backstory, I think that's about it. He just kind of gets his armor from the Hero Force, because they've got like funding for to like hire smiths and stuff and whatever. And then you can see he has some icy accents on his armor that he sort of grew himself, liquid nitrogen, like I said. And wait, I need to think for a second. Yeah, that's about it for the lore. Okay, now for his attacks. So Frost Knight, he would specialize in sword fighting. He would cut his enemies into pieces, and then he would do some extra damage by slowing them down with the ice. He would be able to do things like shoot ice out of a sword, out of his hand. Also do things like spray cold water that instantly like freezes and stuff. He could wait. What else could he do? He could also maybe summon snowman allies to help him while he has frozen someone, so they can attack whilst the enemy is frozen. Oh yeah, and a special part about this guy is he would be able to create weapons and things out of ice. If you've seen Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat, or you've seen like some of those like Adventure Time episodes in like the Ice Kingdom, you know what I mean, because they're able to like make hammers and like ninja stars out of ice. This guy would be able to do that, but he would mostly use a sword. And then he could also do things like make ice pathways and slide on them. He could freeze things. He could make stairs out of ice, for example. So there's a lot of possibilities there. And that's about it, actually, for the most part. This character is a bit more basic, and what angers me a little bit is in my head, in my that sounds wrong. In my imagination, he looked way cooler, but when I got to drawing him, as you can tell, the ice isn't that visible, even with the outline, because of the blue background, but I didn't want to change the background. And I think I could have done this character a bit better, but it's whatever. But for the most part, that's about it. He's pretty simple compared to the others, but he still looks cool if you could imagine that the ice would be a bit more visible. I'm going to turn the camera back again. Okay, hopefully you can see me properly. So, I hope you liked the video, and see you in the next one. Bye, bitch.